Yes, sir.
If you don't mind, Ramesh, and since I don't have any personal question, personal problem,
Can you hear him? Perfect. Okay. Go ahead.
I would like if you are kind to comment with you,
Yeah.
what is the role of a guru? What is the role of a guru? What does a guru play in life of people who are searching for sometimes something that they don't even know what they are searching for? It might be happiness, it might be enlightenment, it might be bliss, it might be something to take them out of their confusion of daily life or whatever. But will be the role of a guru in this all this searching?
If you want my opinion, all I can tell you, the only real way the Guru can help the disciple is to show from his own experience. I tell you my own experience, and it's you to pick up whatever you want from my experience. Other empty words, anyone can tell you.
And is not that what all the gurus do?
I'm sorry?
It's not that what all the gurus do out of their own experience?
No, very few. I do.
But people suppose that a guru, when they come to a guru, they already have realized some truth, they already have realized some very deep understanding, and they are there to tell them how to get there to this understanding.
Now, let's first say also the guru, let's say the disciple, someone who goes to a guru. What does he go there for? Very often you'll be surprised. They want to go to a guru to show how learned they are. To have an audience, someone who knows, to hear what they have achieved. You see, therefore, in the Zen teaching, you see, before the Guru, Zen master accepts anyone, he first makes him remove everything he has in his head. Make his head your empty and then come.
And this is like in the Zen tradition is true. I remember reading this. In the Zen tradition, the teachers are very clear in the sense that they can know by words, take the student to some understanding. It has to be the student who goes there once everything is clear for the student, and one of the things that has to be taken away is all the concepts, all the theories, all the ideas that this person comes to the teacher with. So all the load of the understanding, intellectual understanding of the person has to be put away before.
If he really comes to know what he comes to, what does he come to the Guru for? To know what the Guru, according to me, someone goes to a Guru to know what the Guru has achieved. What can the Guru give me? Isn't that right?
Yes. Supposedly, the Guru knows something that I don't know.
That is correct.
So I go to the Guru and I ask the Guru, tell me or give me that because I don't understand. You understand.
Yeah.
Now I want to understand what you understand.
Yeah.
Explain to me this. And could it be that some of these Guru, even if they have this experience, this knowledge, they don't know how to do it?
Wait a minute. The most important thing from my point of view is, what does the Guru want? What does the Guru want? Does the Guru want fame, name, money? Or does he want someone? The genuine Guru, according to me, does not want a lot of people. He wants someone who are keen to know what the Guru knows. And therefore, most people go and assume, they go to a Guru, well-known Guru, everybody knows him. My point is, those who go to a Guru, those who went to Osho or whoever, how many would have dared ask him, what can you give me? What have you achieved that I should value? How did you get it and what do I have to do to get it?
But they already have these many words how to answer that questions to the ignorant seeker. He will confuse them because he will know, I know, and let me take you there.
Yeah. So first, therefore, he has to say clearly that according to me, the main duty of the Guru is to take what he himself has got. Isn't that right?
Totally.
You come to me, you have a right to ask. I've heard of you, I've read about you, I've told about you. So what have you got that I don't have?
And you are very clear into that because people who come to here know what
do
you got.
Yes, what do you have that I don't have? That is the question. The student should ask the Guru, have the courage to ask the Guru, and I think the Guru should have the patience and the understanding to appreciate the question and not to treat it as an insult.
Because maybe they are afraid, the gurus, if they were really true, then their aura as a great guru will fall down.
Say that again.
If the guru will be real to answer to any one question, he might be afraid that his fame as a great guru could come down because people will realize that.
That is why most gurus don't want to be asked that question. Most gurus do not want that question to be asked. What do I have to seek in life? What is the most important thing I should have? What is the most important thing which I should have which you have? And how did you get it?
But it seems for people who are not clear that this person, he has what I don't have. It seems so because everybody says that this man has it.
Therefore, he should have the courage to ask his Guru. And the Guru should have the courage to answer his question. See what I mean? Therefore, without being asked this question, I offer to tell you, I'll tell you precisely the focus point on which I talk. Most asks, most gurus, people come here, I tell them, what does your so-and-so want to tell you? Does he have anything specific to tell you? Or does he just speak naturally?
But sometimes it seems to me that the people who come, because I've been here for some days already, and I remember listening you asking these questions to people who were with some gurus or are with some gurus, and these people doesn't seem to...
They don't have the answer.
But is his fault or is the guru's fault?
Whose fault doesn't matter. If you ask me, fault of both. If you go and visit someone, he talks to you, you visit even twice or three times, should you not know what he is trying to tell you?
Yeah, yesterday, for example.
Not 10 years. Not 10 years.
I watched some videos of this teacher in North America, this woman Gangaji,
Yes, all right.
I have watched some, and I
You've been to her?
no, but I have watched some videos, and I can tell you, for example, that her main teaching, as far as I understood,
Yes.
is that we have a personal story of our lives, and we believe in that personal story like if it was the truth. But once we realize that it's just a story in our minds, all the burden of our life, everything will fall down and will be clear of who we are. We don't know who we are, but we assume that we know who we are, the story of our life. But when this is clear that it is not who we are, because it falls down, then we will know who we are. This is what I understand.
And after you know who you are, what will happen to you to the rest of your life that you didn't have before? Now you know who you are. I didn't. Now I know who I am.
Yeah.
What will knowing who I am give me for the rest of my life that I didn't have before? Tell me.
Probably a peace of mind that I didn't have before, because I was so much into my personal story that I was confused, fighting, supporting this false idea of who I am against other people's ideas of who I am. All this disappeared, and I am more at peace.
Is that what the Guru says? If he says, then that's right, that's exactly it. But how many? How many tell you this? How many tell you this? You have asked me our people now. So and so, so and so, so and so. My question you have heard. Is there something specific he tells you? Is there specific you have learned from him or her? Have you had any single answer from anyone?
No, not really. It's very clear that, I mean, like the way you teach is totally different from so far as I haven't been into with gurus. I just read books about people. I've been with Krishnamurti, reading his books and watching his videos.
So now J. Krishnamurti, you have read and you have heard his video. What does J. Krishnamurti have something specific focus to tell you?
To know myself, to know who I am.
Oh yes, of course. And after that, what happens?
After that,
Who you are? You say, of course I know. Gonsalves, isn't it? I'm Gonsalves. And you know who you are, who your parents are, where you work, what your property is. Then you are. So what are you supposed to know? Oh, I am not this Gonsalves. I am the source. Isn't that right? Is that what J. Krishnamurti is trying to tell you?
at the end, yes. At the end, by taking away what I am not, supposedly you have to reach that state where you are there without knowing who you are. And by not knowing who you are, then you are what you are, something like that.
Something like that. Yeah, I agree. Something like something. What's the point? What is the point?
And what he was giving something that he made up in his mind, but his life wasn't even showing what he was teaching, because he has a very conflicted life himself. So also that's part of my question at the beginning. A guru, the role of a guru, and how do I know that a guru is real? Maybe this is part of the question, the same question. A guru, one of the signs that a guru is real is that his life agrees with his teachings.
So would you say someone is a guru if he wants air conditioning and the air conditioning to work at 58 degrees? That is what one guru needed. Some who was looking after him had to make sure that the air condition about 58 degrees. Would he be a guru? What do you say? If you are asking me, how would you know a real guru? Isn't that right? And my answer is, I've told you, a real guru is one who tells you specifically what you might expect to get from him. A real guru is one who would not hesitate to tell you precisely what you can expect to get from me, and after that it's up to you to come or don't come.
But so in that case, for example, Osho and his ashram.
Oh?
Osho.
Osho, yes.
And his ashram.
Yeah.
He put all these systems of types of meditation, therapies, and he charged for this therapy 1,000, for another therapy 3,000, whatever, right? He's telling the people what they can expect.
So is he a spiritual guru or is he a therapist?
A what?
A therapist.
Yeah, it seems more like a therapist.
When you go to him, you go to a guru for something other than the material one, or do you go to someone?
And my question is also, how a guru can give so many things? I mean, like a salad of everything, instead of just giving one specific teaching.
That is precisely what I'm asking you, asking people who go. What if your guru gives you a salad and you are supposed to pick up from that whatever suits you? For me it's not good enough.
So maybe,
and that is what happened. You're quite right.
And maybe the people who
the guru, now, Krishnamurti, he gives you a salad.
But maybe the people who go to Osho, they are looking for a salad.
If they want a salad, then they get the salad. Let them keep on eating the salad and be happy. You see, that is my point.
But at the same time, okay, with your understanding, now we don't do nothing. Is at the intellectual level, for me now is more clear to explain things in an intellectual level. For example, well, if Osho has to do that, that's his role in life. That was what he was playing.
Quite right.
People who go to him, well, that's their role in life. That's
Quite
what they have to play, right?
Absolutely correct.
But on the other side, it takes me like there is something in me that says, but why don't explain these people so they are not so confused? To go to people who doesn't really teach them nothing essential.
Yeah, this is the same as asking, why did God create Hitler? Why has God is creating handicapped children?
How did he create Osho? How did he create Ramana Maharshi?
Yeah. So
Like that?
I mean, what is the use of asking a question like that? That's what I mean. The answer is obvious. The answer is obvious. I'll again repeat it. The answer is the very basis of the manifested world, the functioning of which we call daily living, is duality. At no time did the world and the functioning that we call it, was there anything which it didn't have its interconnected opposite? That is the answer. Therefore, I keep on saying, but if there is one genuine thing, there will be 10 false things. Everything. If there is one Ayurvedic doctor, there will be 10 fake ones. If there is one homeopathic doctor, there will be 10 fake ones.
Did it happen to you before the final understanding that to fight against these things in the world? Did it happen to you that you want people not to be
So my own ultimate understanding is, if some people are bound to go about and get nothing, that will be their destiny according to God's will, cosmic law. To some people are bound to get something, that is also according to their destiny, God's will, cosmic law. That is the whole point. That it is stupid to expect a perfect world. There never has been a perfect, there never will be a perfect world. Therefore, wanting to have a perfect world is stupid.
being immature?
I agree, yes, you're quite right. It's totally immature mind. So, J. Krishnamurti you mentioned, he repeatedly says, I am the world, doesn't he? If I want the world to be a good place, I must first improve myself. Isn't that right? If I improve myself and I know the whole thing, I'm supposed to make the world a better place. He should repeatedly say, for the world to be a better place, I have to be a... So his main job is to make the world a better place. Which fundamentally I think is stupid. Therefore, someone who was the chief man in the Krishnamurti Foundation, after 30 years, he could not restrain his frustration. And in his last speech, as the secretary of that foundation, he confessed his frustration. That is in the book, copied exactly word to word. That is in the Peace and Harmony in Daily Living, which is precisely what I am saying. Someone so deeply connected with him for 30 years confesses his total frustration. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, shall I read it out? You probably don't remember. Mind you, I have great respect for Krishnamurti, and his book, Awakening of Intelligence, did a lot for me. No question about it.
Very good book, yeah.
But he had no focal point of information.
To reject tradition, maybe?
I'm sorry?
To reject tradition. To see tradition has a burden, not an help to develop on the spiritual path or any path, but has a burden, a weight.
Yes, Bruno.
For what I understood of Krishnamurti, because in the past I have been reading a bit of
Yes?
it, in effect you don't find a focal point.
That is my objection.
No. Sorry if I say that.
Go ahead.
You are 100% right. But for what I understood is this. He was made the chef, the incarnation of, a big spiritual leader, a new messiah and this and that. And all these people around him bowing to this very traditional approach to the thing. The moment that he started, I'm sure it must have started many years, to become more and more aware that that was not the way, at a certain moment, more and more, he came with he stepped out of the Theosophical Society, so he had to make certain statements.
No, wait a minute. As the head of that organization, he was offered to be the head of the organization.
Yes. He was already.
No, he wasn't.
Okay.
You
all
don't
right.
have your facts.
Okay.
The greatest thing Krishnamurti did was to reject
Yeah.
the offer to be the head of the...
Absolutely.
He rejected it.
Yes.
He did not want to be the new Messiah.
Benissimo. Benissimo. And from that moment
And
on,
from that moment on, he wanted his own way to improve the world.
always.
He didn't want the original Messiah to, but he wanted his own way. So he started from the scratch and reached the same point.
But trying to break all the schema, all the because in his books I never find, some preaching, some focal point where to stick. Just to reject everything. Everybody who comes to him, he rejects everything. No, okay, you know for sure, you know much more than I do. No, what I want to say, he has done his job. To undermine that whole tradition of a guru.
So if you are satisfied with Krishnamurti telling you not to go to any guru, are you satisfied with that?
Yeah.
Then that's all right.
Yeah.
Then you have got what you wanted from
Yeah.
Krishnamurti.
Yes. Yeah.
What have you got from Krishnamurti? You don't need a guru.
That, and then this research
And
of freedom.
He told thousands of people, don't have a guru. And then what happened? All these 10,000 people consider him their guru.
Okay, but that is not according. Dismissing the organization. Dismissing.
So what it means is, don't have a guru except me.
Okay, if we want to see this way, I think that he has done his job.
About that, there is no question, Bruno.
Okay.
Why Krishnamurti, a leper or a beggar on the street, is doing his role in the world? Why Krishnamurti? Every point is, every one of us is playing a role that he is supposed to play, and he is playing his role.
Yeah.
Krishnamurti played his role.
Yes.
So who is objecting to that?
Nothing. No, I'm going on. Sorry if I'm going on. No, but in a certain phase of my life, coming out of a religious organization, with all the conditioning of an organization, yeah, he came with a free mind, a free approach that helped me. In that
so
moment.
what you are telling me is, you got a certain help from Krishnamurti.
Absolutely.
And I already told you that I myself got a great help from Krishnamurti.
We agree
from
that.
a particular book.
See, okay.
I told you, I'm saying this, but don't think that I have great respect for Krishnamurti.
No, okay.
His book, Awakening of Intelligence, I got a lot from that book.
Yeah.
So I owe Krishnamurti quite a lot
See.
in the process of my seeking for myself.
Yeah.
That I confess, I told you.
Yeah. Okay. Allora, sì.
Therefore, I'm not saying Krishnamurti was useless. I'm not. I'm telling you, I myself got a lot from Krishnamurti. Especially, I'm telling you specifically, Awakening of Intelligence.
Yeah.
That book did a lot for me. And yet,
We have to go further.
so, now this. And if the basic concept is not acceptable, the seeker could unfortunately get into an awful frustration of trying to achieve and not succeeding self-realization. An instance is provided by the teaching of a world-famous teacher who insisted that the individual seeker must himself achieve the understanding and does not need a guru. that any insight must be your own, in inverted commas. Any insight must be your own. He said, throw the Bhagavad Gita into the Ganges. His ardent follower confessed in a talk at the end of an annual gathering, after 30 years serving as the head of that, during the course of my, this is what he said, in the print, I picked up whole, I put them in inverted commas. During the course of my journey with the teachings, I traveled through these various phases. Having passed through those phases, where am I now? After 30 years, someone high up in that organization confesses here his frustration. Having passed through those phases, where am I now? I seem to be caught in a paradox. I seem to see clearly and yet do not seem to see clearly. I see that I have taken a few steps, but what is required is a giant leap, and I am unable to take that leap. I have a vague sense of what he is hinting at, but at the same time I am not quite clear about what it means. In that sense, I am caught in a paradox. What is required is a giant leap. I agree. And in what I talk,